what are benefits of practicing mindfulness? The first benefit that I see is physical well-being. Mindfulness helps us to reduce stress. It helps us to improve our sleep patterns. It helps us to reduce inflammatory sensations. The second benefit is mindfulness helps to cultivate mental well-being. Mindfulness has been used as a supportive therapy for people who have suffered depression, for people who suffer anxiety. In fact, there's one research which says that people who practice mindfulness along with medication for depression, the relapse reduced by a considerable amount. And the other aspect of mental well-being is continuously the mind is oscillating between the past and the future. And when it is in the past, we are either comparing, we are judging, feeling bad about what has happened in our life, or worrying about the future, about how it is going to unfold. When we practice mindfulness, where we consciously train the mind to be in the present moment, the mind is then free from rumination, it is free from the pain of the past and free from the anxieties of the future. That's when we experience a settled state of mind from which then stems creativity, then stems clarity. Then we can develop the ability to snap out of autopilot and make conscious choices in the present moment. So all of this can lead to a life of well-being. And for me, well-being is basis of three dimensions: mental well-being, emotional well-being, and physical well-being. Mindfulness also helps us in the third dimension of emotional well-being, where we are able to self-regulate when we are experiencing disruptive emotions. We understand how closely the mind and body are related, because whatever arises in the mind is experienced in the body. When we develop this wisdom, we are able to regulate our disruptive emotions and not let ourselves loose and then repent later. And this can help us to also build equanimity and resilience, which will be very, very useful when the rubber meets the road, when we are facing a challenging situation. Just one example, the other day somebody sent me a very critical note on WhatsApp, and I could see my energy disrupting, the anger welling up. For a moment, I wanted to type an equally harsh response. But the moment I tapped into these sensations arising, that allowed me to sense what is happening in my emotional weather, and I could take a couple of deep breaths, and then I let it go. I did not send that harsh response, which means I was not functioning on autopilot, but I made a conscious choice to let go. I can also make a conscious choice to respond, but that would be a conscious choice, not an autopilot choice, which is lashing out in anger. So I think these are some very, very important benefits. But beyond that, actually, if you ask me, what is the real benefit of a mindfulness practice? I would go back to what the Buddha has said, to end human suffering. So we can start with all these benefits, but the larger one is how to tap into these unconditional states of inner joy, peace, equanimity, and to really end our suffering, because we suffer in many, many ways. Most of it is not chronic, but sometimes when challenging event comes to in our life, we see how this suffering is larger than life, because we have never understood how to handle the suffering. And therefore then we start indulging into strategies like consuming food, alcohol, sex, drugs, or getting busy with entertainment, distracting ourselves, so on and so forth. So for me, the final benefit is end of human suffering by closely understanding it, examining it, and therefore then having the wisdom to overcome it. So now, how do you build mindfulness as a habit in your life? Friends, repetition is the mother of skill. Repeat, repeat, and repeat. Which means every day find some time, it could be as less as 5 minutes to start with, to do your formal practice. Sitting on the cushion or on the chair. A lot of people give me an excuse saying, Nitin, I was so busy, I couldn't find time. Some people even say, I was so busy, I couldn't even find time to breathe. And I say, then you must recognize that there's a lot that you have to sort out. So Having a focus is very, very important, friends. And initially, your focus can be as less as 5 minutes for a dedicated practice. And then during the day, whenever you have short moments, use those short moments to practice mindfulness. If you're drinking coffee, use those couple of sips to drink mindfully. You're having a meal, rather than checking your mobile phone or getting distracted, have 2-3 morsels very mindfully. When you're walking from one place to another, take a few steps mindfully. It is such a portable practice and so easy to do it that any time with intention, we can bring our mind into the present moment, not disconnecting from the present moment, but within our activity. We can start doing it mindfully. You will see that if you do this again and again, there is a law of neuroplasticity. Neurons that fire together, wire together. So drip feedings, bit by bit, small moments of mindfulness can make it as an habit. And then if you make it as a habit, the habit won't leave you unless there's some massive disruption. So try this, and with these short intervals of reminding yourself to come to the present moment, mindfulness can become a habit. Thank you.